Welcome to the Tomyn Tech Tip, where you can get a tech tip in 3 minutes or less. The tech tip for today is on interactive boards using Jamboard again. With this one, though, we're going to do something different. So we're going to do what's called affinity mapping. Affinity mapping is where you take and you brainstorm as many ideas as possible. And then as a group, you work to categorize those based off of their properties of the items that you've brainstormed. So it's really great. We do this a lot with like sticky notes in class, and we might do these activities that are similar, but this one allows everybody to interact in a digital environment. We're going to use Jamboard to do this. Jamboard's a whiteboarding tool. It's got lots of fancy stuff that you can do on the left-hand side here. If you're using the Chromebook app for Jamboard, it's actually even better. So go ahead and click on the little icon that looks like this on your Chromebook, install the Jamboard app, and it will be even better. Again, the great thing about this is that it allows you to collaborate and everyone can be involved. You have the options on how you do that. So you can have it to where everybody's got their own copy and they can edit that. You can do small groups, whole class, or just have them be viewers. You can also use Google Classroom to make copies. So if you create a template, students can work on their own copy in that way. And that's a really nice way to get it set up. Let's look at an example. So for this example, if right now the class is like, hey, let's brainstorm all of our favorite foods, and somebody, you can go through and you add different foods on here, and then you can keep going, whatever, and we would brainstorm a bunch of different things. Well, that's really cool. The brainstorming part is awesome, but the part where the real power comes in with this is when you start having that discussion. So now we're going to arrange these. We need to categorize these things so that they go together. And the ideas I've got here, favorite food, probably not the one I would use in class. I would probably go with something more content driven, but now we're going to go through and we can talk about it. So I'm like, hey, how would you categorize these? What things go together? And we can say, well, let's put these two together because they're kind of, dessert type things. Let's bring celery and carrots down together. There are vegetables. And maybe I don't know, we can categorize these three because maybe they're main courses or whatever the case might be, right? We talk through this as a group, and we can find out why and how we're going to categorize these. That discussion really brings that out, and we can talk about properties of the things. So really important to have that discussion. Other ways you can do the same thing, you could do it with a Venn diagram, you can do it with other graphic organizers to organize those brainstorm things. That's the important part, is how do we organize what we've just brainstormed so that it's in a meaningful way and we can work with that easier. So really awesome. Make sure you're having that discussion about it, and Jamboard's just a great tool to do that.